Hello everybody, welcome back to Cards by the Hill. My name is Jane Hill. So today we've got a 3D paper kit by Stamperia, which is called the Klimt collection. Okay, so it's a create your exploding box. Tells you what it's got inside, 3 sheets with cutouts. You need glue, ruler and a burin with ball and 1 punch. Okay, so we'll have a look at this. This was featured, I think, in one of the hauls that I did with craft kits. Okay, so we've got 3 cutout sheets. All the pieces are pop-outs. Looks fairly straightforward. Doesn't really give you instructions. So we're going by the picture, unfortunately. So there are no instructions. Right. So we're obviously starting with the biggest one, so let's pop that out. Which is this piece. And doesn't provide any score lines. But from the picture, I can see that these need bone folding. This needs bone folding. So we just go around. And bone fold everything. The island's a bit of a mess, I'm afraid, from doing the Valentine bouquet flower box. I've got to get it tidied up again. Right, and then it's showing, okay, then it's showing these pieces folded here. And that one now. Would have been a lot easier if they provided instructions. This one here. And this one here. And it would have been good if they provided the actual creases to fold it on. Right, so now it's showing these heart-shaped edges to be folded inwards. So you could use this as a template for another exploding box if you just copied it onto some tracing paper. That one doesn't want to bend. Okay. Right, so everything's bent. Then it's showing the square one inside there. Again, there are no instructions, and I have no idea which piece is which. There's nothing numbered. Dear. And this was Stamperia. Right, let's put that to one side. So we've got to do the same thing again with the smaller one. It's probably better to buy the die kit and make one with a die. At least you know what you're doing then. I do have the exploding box die. Maybe we'll do that at some point. Right, and then it's showing the hearts folded in again. Okay, so that's the second piece going inside here. On top of the square one, so let's just fold this. And you get to choose which side you want to use. It's patterned on both sides. Okay, so that's going in there, and then we've got the inside section going in, and that's it. That's as much as it shows. There we are. So I presume one's being stuck to the other. Okay, so it appears I seriously underestimated this project because there's so much you can do with this without the instructions that I presumed it was just a basic exploding box, but we're going to have a go and decorate it and use all the pieces up. I went on YouTube to have a look and see if anybody has done a video on it, and I found 2 videos and they were both in French, so they weren't much help, but I did get an idea of what you can do. So let's see what we can achieve with this exploding box together. Okay, so let's continue and glue down our box in the centre. As I said, all I could find online was French demonstrations, so I got an idea of what we can do, but obviously I couldn't find one in English. But you can do, I mean, you can do your own thing. You don't have to do what it says on the tin. I noticed a lot of the French demonstration was pretty much just decorating it as they wanted to, using their own ideas. So that's what we're going to do now. This little one here has a lid, which I can't find. This is the lid for the big one, so we can glue that down. So the big one's closing like that, and then the lid's going on top. And I did bone fold these sections, if you remember, but there's no need to do that. So let's just glue these down. I'm still fighting with this Nouveau adhesive. Let me get some clips to keep the edges down. Right, I've got some little pegs in here. Just aid those to get glued. And as I say, you can use the top box as a template, the biggest box, and you could make it out of any papers that you've got. I mean, the template is left afterwards when you've used the contents, so you could make a template out of it quite easily. We might give that a go at the end. see what happens. Okay, so let that glue. I need to find this lid for the little one. So I'm not going to score those edges and fold them because it's not needed. So I think it's got to be this one. Now let's just fold this. I'm working blind because there's no instructions, and no, that looks like an envelope. There's no instructions, and I haven't got a video to follow. This one doesn't actually look like that one's got a lid. It has to be said. Let's just have a look here. Ah! Okay, so it's loose in the packet there. Right, let's just tear this now because there's no point keeping it. Right, so there's the little lid. So we'll make that one up and glue that. That can be drying while we do other things. So just fold these flaps. I'm right off camera again. I don't know how I keep ending up off camera. Let me bring you forward a bit. That's better. So we just glue those edges and let that dry. Pinch it together with some pegs. I actually got 2 bottles of this Nouveau on the go, and they're both as bad as each other. I don't know if anyone else has trouble with their Nouveau after you've used it for a while. Right. Hope you're enjoying all the video content. If you want me to demonstrate something, or you've got an idea for me, let me know in the comments. Love to hear from you. So that's the smaller lid. Okay, now we can now glue that one down in the centre. Like that. And we've got a lid for the big one and a lid for the middle one. Now moving on to these other pieces, we've got envelopes and little pockets and flowers and all sorts to make. So let's deal with these pockets first. Leave that to dry. Okay, so this one is clearly an envelope. Not sure if it wants those on the outside or the inside. Right, we'll put it like that way round. Okay, and I'm not going to glue that. I'm going to use tape. Don't know whether that's going to be too wide. No, we'll get away with it. Okay. So a bit of tape on each one now. So it's turning out to be a lengthier project than I imagined, because I didn't realise it had so much going on. Doesn't really show you on the packet, as you could see. But I started it and I'd like to make something of it. So yeah, okay. So we've got an envelope there. And we've got another one here. This is a smaller one, so we might glue this one. Yeah, I think we'll glue that one. They're going inside or outside? Did that one on the outside, so we'll do this one on the outside. Yeah, okay. So we'll glue this one. And then we'll peg it so it can glue. Okay. Oh, that sticky didn't work on that one, so let's add a bit of glue. I've had a couple of comments about the music on the videos. I'd just like to say that I do turn it down when I make most of the videos. If I've forgotten, I apologise. I know you don't want it screaming in your ears when you're trying to watch something. But the music choice is only what's available to me as a new YouTuber, I'm afraid. So it's not going to be anything exciting in the background. And I don't think you want silence when I'm not talking. I thought you'd rather have something in the background filling the space. Okay, so that's that one. It's just a heart folded up. Got another envelope here. There we go. This is a roundish size one. Oh, that actually... Oh, I don't like that. That's not going in the middle. That actually doesn't meet, which to me doesn't look very nice, but we'll see what we do with that in a minute. You see, there's no score marks on anything here. So you just fold in where you're folding. Don't know if it's right or wrong. I've never made an exploding box, and I did say that I do have the dies, which I do have, but I haven't actually used them yet. It's just, I mean, you've got no idea where you're supposed to be folding or anything. So we've got that little flap there, so I presume that goes together there. But then this is too big. Unless that folds there, which doesn't tell you, obviously. Okay, so glue this together. Which I presume that's what it wants. So I thought those little edges, those cut out edges, had to be married up there. And that's not going to stick, so I'm going to have to put a peg on that. And then let's take that round the back and glue that. So if you have made this set, do let me know. Tell me if you found it difficult to work with because of a lack of instructions. I think I would have got on a lot better if there had been. Right, let that dry. So that's a little card to pop in, and that's a little card to pop in, and so is that. And this is, oh goodness, it's another Another one of those. We can use that heart that we popped out just now. So it's all I'm doing is lining up the cutouts because I have no idea. I mean, is that supposed to be like that? Or is that supposed to fold over twice? No idea. No. No. Just do not know. Let's try that way. Does that possibly go in there like that? Might be a warning not to buy this kit. Unless, of course, you are very, very familiar with making exploding boxes. But it was in the stash, so I thought I'd give it a go. No harm in trying. Right, so that's where we're going with this one. I'm gluing that side to there, and I'm gluing that side to there to make another pocket. And that's what's happening with that one. It would have helped if they'd put subtitles on the videos that I saw, but they hadn't. So that's what we're doing with that one. It doesn't even marry up properly, look. Let's try again, a bit better. Oh dear. Okay, try that. That's a bit better. Right, so we've got those just cards and additional pieces. This, I have no idea. It doesn't seem to make a proper envelope because there's a gap in the middle. Unless it's not been machined properly. Don't know what we'll do with that one yet. Right, then we're moving on to flowers. So we've got a lot of flowers and spirals and bits to pop out. I mean, they're tiny. Might end up losing those. But I might replace those with gems anyway, to give the box a bit of life, because it's got nothing sparkly or anything like that on it. So that's that sheet. That's it. Now, as I say, you can keep this as a template if you wanted to make, where did we pop that one out of? If you wanted to make a little pocket like that, this one here came out of here, so you could use that as a template. So I think I'll keep the rubbish parts in case I need to make something in the future. I've probably got a die that does it, but you know, you never know. These things might come in useful. Right, so this is the next sheet. I'm just popping out. I did mention they're not numbered, so I don't know what order they were supposed to go in. And that's the one with the base of the exploding box in, so I'm going to keep that as a template. And we've got one more set of flowers here. So we've got an awful lot of flowers to play with. And you can curl up the edges, you can, you know, make them look a little bit more realistic, all that sort of thing. I don't think this card is particularly thick. to be honest. So I'm not sure how that would bear up to some aggressive curling. Right, that's the last one, and I'm going to keep that as a template as well. What have we got in now? Got a card looming about in now. Another one of those little cards to add. Okay, so that's all our pieces by the look of it now. And we also have a piece of acetate, which I have no idea. As you can see, that is a solid box, doesn't have any cutouts. No idea what the acetate's for. Right, so everything's gluing at the moment. I've got some stickles out, crystal stickles, and some Dovecraft 3D Pearl Effects. I thought I might add some here and there as we go. The stickles are by Ranger. I'm hoping they still work because they're quite old. And let's have a look at these flowers so we can build the flowers up. Let's see what they've got on this picture. So they've rollerballed the inside part to make the petals curl up. So all I'm going to do is curl up the edges like that. Curl up the edges on the big one. And we're going to put that one in now. This is just my version of what to do with this kit, because I have no idea. No instructions. And nothing really on YouTube. Okay. If you know of a YouTuber that's done this successfully and it's in English, let me know in the comments, because I'll have a look to see what it was all about in the first place. And yeah, it'd be nice to see how it was actually supposed to go together. Right, these have got little pop out pieces. And as I say, I think we'll add some gems. That's the first flower. That's not come out too bad. It's got a little bit of dimension with the petals pushed up. Let's see what else we've got going on. So we've got this one here. I think we only had one really big one. That one, that doesn't look nice on that side. That one, maybe that one. We've got a lot of these little ones here. So we're going to make some of these ones up. And of course it doesn't have to be conventional, you can mix and match the petals. You can pretty much do whatever you like with this one. Alright, so we've only got two of those, and we've got a little one there. And so I'm going to put some of the different shaped ones together. And you can put as many layers as you like as well, because there's quite a few flowers to choose from, that's something. Gonna mix and match some of these, make them a little bit different. Okay, so there's quite a few flowers to do. Got some love hearts there. Got some more little bits. one can go there, that one can go there. And then we've got some centres for the flowers, which need the dots popping out. Like that. Okay, so I'm gonna glue these together and then I'll be back. Okay, so here are the flowers. I've added some gems to them. They're all stuck together now. They're all dried. So I've added some gems just to give them a little bit of sparkle. And everything else is dried. So we've got our little pocket there, our envelope. Our little pocket. And I've tested out the lids. So there's the biggest lid, and that fits fine on top on the outer box. And then the smaller lid fits on the inner box perfectly fine. So all we need to do is our decoration. So I think, well, if we have a flower on the inside, that'll be the easiest thing to be able to pop open. So maybe we'll use that big one, because then the petals will actually explode as well. So I think we'll put him on the inside, and then we'll decorate the outside here with other bits. I'm going to use those crystal stickles on the lid and just go around the edge of the kiss. Like that, just to give it a little bit of sparkle. Right, so what we'll do on the smaller lid is add a flower, which I think will be quite pretty. So just stick that on now, and we're going to put the big one on the inside the little box. So glue him in now. Okay, now let's work with what we've got left. So we've got this little pocket which we can pop an image in, and we can put that there. Let's move it forward so you can see it. And we've got this little pocket here which we haven't really got anything that will fit in it, so I'm gonna do something in a minute to accommodate that. We've got this little envelope which I had a heart, there it is, had a heart we can stick on that. Okay, and we'll pop something in there. The lid, gonna add some flowers to the lid. Don't want to cover up the kiss, so just going to put those two on the top of the box there. Like that. Let those dry. The stickles are on the bottom now, they're drying. So we've got a couple of bits drying at the minute. And we've got this little card here got a big one, and art is a line around your thoughts. So that could possibly go in there. I think we'll stick that one down. We've got plenty more flowers. We've got this big card, which we can pop in somewhere. And this heart shape that we had earlier, I just kind of folded up into a simple heart. We haven't got anything we can really put in there. So I might just stick that to one of these edges so it can be opened like that, and maybe we'll put a card inside. Okay, so let me stick those little bits down and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've stuck the art is a line around your thoughts on this square here, put a little heart on there, and then as we go around I've stuck the bigger piece behind the square box. I've added the heart that opens onto that side, and I've put the little pocket in there with the picture. I think we'll add a heart to the front of there. And I mean, these exploding boxes, I've begun to realise, are endless with the amount of things you can do to them. No wonder so many people like them. Okay, so let that dry for a minute. We've got another little square there which we can pop into this envelope and pop in front of that one. Now I've got this box here which I've shown you many times, and I bought it because it had different frames and shapes in it. So I thought pinch a couple of these little bits out because they're very Gustav Klimt, I think, and I think they'll go with the box quite well. You can use them for all sorts of things. There's tags, frames, shapes. I mean, it's endless. Let's get a couple of frames out as well. A little piece of that one. See where we go with them. All right. Okay, so here's our box at the minute. It's coming along. So we'll put the little piece of writing inside this pocket. It shows through the heart shape there. And then we'll pop that in front of the square with the writing. And we've got another heart here. Which, I mean, you can decorate all these heart pieces. I mean, it can go on forever. I think we'll stick that in now. So I can definitely see why people enjoy making them. Okay, on this side we're going to put the frame and pop a heart inside there. So I think for the first time making it, with no idea of what I was doing, to be honest, it hasn't come out too bad. Put that little heart in there. Okay, we'll move around to this one. So we've got a space inside here for something. Let's have a think about that in a minute. I think we'll put that right in behind that square. Like that. So all these have got something now. These middle ones have got something. We need to put something inside the heart. Have a think about that. Going to do with that. Might put a flower on the outside there. I actually enjoyed making it, to be honest. All the problems aside, it's been very good. I'll definitely make another one. Okay, so everything's going to crush up like that, so we're still okay as far as that goes. We've still got more flowers left, which I might put on the outside of the box. And I brought these 2 circles out, didn't I? We've still got this left and an envelope. So we could put that inside the envelope. I don't really know what this is. Whether it's just supposed to be to hold something, I'm not sure. But nevertheless, we'll use it. So this one here, as I've picked it up, it's torn the paper a little bit. So I want to put something over that. And yeah, I got another heart lurking about. So we're just going to put that on the back of the envelope. Not out of frame again, am I? Just going to pop that on now. And then that little circle can go inside. And of course, the more you add with these things, I suspect, the better it gets. I'm going to glue this down on top of those. Let's just put a peg or 2 to keep that together. That should be fine. Okay, we'll put a flower on the front of there. Let's just let that glue. So we've still got our little circle. We've got 3 flowers, which I'm probably going to put on the outside of the box. Still have no idea what the piece of acetate was for, but never mind. Actually, I'm thinking I could use that piece of acetate. Let me get another frame out. Yeah, we could glue it to the frame and put the writing behind it. That could work. Let's see what other frames I've got in here. Got a brown one there. Blue. We've used that one. So let's use that one now. Well, that'll work, and we can use up the acetate then. So that's good. Okay, so let's stick that to the, actually we'll use tape to stick it to the acetate. So we just peel that away. Stick it to our, like that. We've got a little window. Then we can have our writing behind it. Might have to cut that down a little bit. If you stayed the length of the video, I applaud you and thank you, much appreciated. Okay, I think we'll stick that with tape as well, as it's on the acetate. And then we can add that to the box. And I know you can make these boxes for all kinds of events and life events, celebrations, which is a really good idea because you can put photographs in them and little keychains and things. When we get to do the, or when I use the die one, we'll do some extra bits and pieces for it, depending on what we're doing it for. I think that would be a nice idea. Okay, there's our frame. Going to put that on our writing like that. And then see if we can glue that anywhere. We've used everywhere up. I think we'll stick it on that one behind our heart envelope. Like that. Put our little heart envelope in. Yeah. Here's the one with the heart on. Okay, so we're nearly there. This one should be dry now. Got to pop something in there. And pop our flowers on the outside. We'll put two inside that one. Square in a circle. Inside this one here. That can go behind there. Okay, so that's our little lid. And I mean, you can add confetti and all sorts of bits and bobs to these. That's that. And then we've got our envelope with the flower on, which can go behind there. And that's all going to come together. Like that. Our lid's going on. Hopefully, no, the stickles are still wet. Got to mind that. There we go. So it does seal. Like that. I think we'll add a, they're showing a ribbon on the front around the box. Let me just show you. So they're showing a ribbon going around the top with a heart. I presume that's to keep it closed. So I'll have to add a piece of ribbon. I've put that flower on the front now. And I think, don't want to cover up the kiss. I'll put one on each side. We need something for the back. I thought, yes I did. By some miracle, there's a little flower floating around on its own. So we'll curl the corners, put a gem in the middle, and put it inside a frame on the back. We'll use a purple one. Okay, let's put that on there. Just put the frame on. There we go, so that's the framed flower there. Everything's inside, just some bits and bobs to dry. So we've just got to do this ribbon, which looks like it keeps it together. So I've got some green ribbon, because we've got a lot of green going. Oh, I say, it's actually multicoloured. That's perfect, because we've got a multicoloured box. Right. I want to be careful because things are still drying. So I think I'll glue it on so it stays. I think I'll change it to the pink side. This is prettier. Okay, so let's glue this on. Might need some time to dry. I think I'm going to cut it off there and glue it, because I'm not happy with that. And we'll put an Anna Griffin bow on it. Let's just take that round. And then that's got to meet there. You've probably all got Anna Griffin bows somewhere. Or any bow, doesn't have to be Anna Griffin bow. Put a pink one because the ribbon's pink. We're just going to stick it there. Now, best thing to stick it with, use tape. You can use whatever you like if you prefer glue. I just don't think they hold very well with glue. There. That's it. That's the last thing. That's the box done from the kit. There we go. Stickles on the front, and when we open it, it explodes with all this goodness inside. There we go. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you if you came along with me. I appreciate your patience, and If you do come across one of them, pick it up, because you could do so much with it. And I'm sure you'll enjoy making it. Thank you for your time, for subscribing, and for your likes. If you haven't done so, please subscribe and like, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.